Hello everyone, Jared Jones here at Sutter's Fort State Historic Park. I am in the Gunsmith Shop here in the southwest corner of the fort. Firearms were very common on the frontier, not only in California, but across the United States and also in Mexican California. And Sutter employed gunsmiths to work here at the fort, either repairing or making firearms. And they would be quite skilled in both working with flintlocks and percussion caps. But percussion caps were actually quite hard to come by, and Sutter's gunsmiths would actually convert a very sophisticated percussion cap firearm to flintlock, a technology that predates the percussion cap. I have before me one of the main guns that would be here at the fort. This is a Charleville musket, a model 1760 Charleville, and the same model of gun used during the Revolutionary War. It's the same model of gun used by Napoleon and the French army when they tried to invade Russia in 1812 and was defeated. And in 1841, John Sutter purchased Fort Ross from the Russian-American Fur Company for $30,000. With that purchase, he got a grist mill, he got to have his fancy cannon that we fire often here at the fort, the field artillery piece, and he got also about 70 of these muskets. And this is the gun that I'm going to show you how to fire today. There's three basic parts of a gun: the lock, the wooden stock, and the metal barrel. Lock, stock, and barrel. The range on these Charlevilles was about 50 yards at best, because remember, this is a smooth bore musket. There is no rifling in the barrel. When the projectile is fired, this musket ball is virtually bouncing around the barrel ever so slightly before it leaves. So your range on this is not that good compared to a rifle. Safety is very important here at Sutter's Fort State Historic Park. All of these guns behind me are all working firearms. Same with the firearm that I'm going to show you how to fire today. We want to make sure that any gun that is taken from the shop here is in working order before we do any kind of musket demonstration. Now, this is a muzzle loader, so everything gets loaded through the muzzle. So that is how we're going to check to see if there might be something in this barrel and this gun might be loaded, because I just took this gun off of the musket rack here behind me. I'm going to put the ramrod down the barrel. I hear a ping sound. That is metal on metal. That means there's nothing in the barrel. This gun is not loaded. I also want to make sure that my flint is in good condition, that when I pull the trigger, I get a good spark. So, first want to check to see if I get a spark. I put the gun in the loaded position, or the fire position. I'm going to pull the trigger. It's going to hit the frizzen here, make a spark. This gun is ready to go to show for our musket demonstration. I also want to discuss about safety at home. Every gun that you come across with in your life should be treated as if it was loaded for safety purposes. If you see a gun lying around at home, at school, the grocery store, anywhere, you just don't go run over and pick it up. You go tell mom, dad, your teacher, a responsible adult, because any gun is dangerous in the wrong hands. These are not toys. In warfare, soldiers would have to fire a musket like this at least 2 to 3 times a minute. So they are obviously going to have a pre-measured amount of black powder. And I have in my shooting bag here a pre-measured amount. This is 100 grain of black powder. In this musket charge would be a piece of cloth as well, and a musket ball. A musket ball about the size of a big marble. This would be cast from lead. In warfare, a gun captain would give the call, load. And so all of everybody lined up shoulder to shoulder would tear open their cartridge with their teeth and pour their powder down the barrel. Now, it was a requirement in the United States military in the 1840s to tear open their cartridge with their teeth, just like that, which meant you had to have two teeth that met at the top and the bottom in the same place. And would you believe that some soldiers couldn't pass that requirement? Brush your teeth, kids. I'm going to take my ramrod here and ram the gunpowder to the back of the barrel. I don't hear a ping sound anymore. I hear a thud. That means there's something in this barrel. This gun is loaded. After this, the musket ball would go down. A musket ball about the size of a big marble. But I don't want to fire a musket ball today because I don't know where it'll land outside the fort. But this gun's not ready to fire yet. We need to prime this gun, and it involves the lock here. And as I mentioned before, there's three basic parts of the gun: the lock, the wooden stock, and the metal barrel. I'm going to put the gun in the half-cocked position because the gun will not go off half-cocked. And I'm going to take a fine-grained gunpowder from my priming flask. This is a lot finer grained gunpowder than the gunpowder that I put down the barrel. I'm going to pour it in the pan here. I'm going to close the frizzen. Now, in warfare, the pan would be loaded first before the barrel, but for safety purposes, we prime the gun last. Now this gun is ready to fire. I'm going to give the command, clear front, and then fire. Clear front. I want to thank you all for watching this video about firing a Charleville musket here at Sutter's Fort State Historic Park. Make sure to check out our other videos that we have on our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you soon here when you visit Sutter's Fort State Historic Park. This is Jared Jones signing off.